Hey, how's your day? How's your night going, miss?
It's all right.
It's going decent.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Can I get your name?
Maggie. So I would advise somebody. I had surgery when I was 16. I had a C-section, and I got hooked on Percocets.
Right.
I was 14 the first time they prescribed me Percocets, and they gave it to me because I had surgery on my ankle, and I was addicted, but I got off it right away. And then 16, I had a C-section, and I was in the hospital for 3 months. And that 3 months, I got hooked on Percocets again. And then I was on Oxycontin 80s, and then it was too expensive, so I started doing heroin.
At the age of 16?
No, at the age of 20, I did.
No, I'm saying at the age of 16, that's when. What had happened?
I got prescribed Percocets, and I got addicted to them, and then it became I was taking 10 a day at a time, so I couldn't afford it. So heroin was only $10, so I bought that.
That's when you got addicted.
Yeah, at 20 years old, and then I started shooting it when I was 24.
Where are you from?
Kensington.
You're from here?
Yep, in Ontario.
Not too far from here.
No.
Where we at right now, Needle Park.
Yep.
What can you say about this place?
I used to come here when I was a kid, and it used to be nothing like this, nothing at all like this.
Right.
There was nobody in here getting high. You would not see needles on the ground.
Right.
You don't even see needles under the bridges, like 2nd and Indy and 5th and Indy and stuff like that. They weren't on the ground. Nobody would be getting high. It wasn't allowed.
This park was clean, right?
Yes, the cops were locked up. I would come here to play as a child. And then they started getting high in the park, and it became so normal that the cops wouldn't even arrest you. Like they still don't. They still don't arrest you.
What year was this? When did they start getting high at the park?
I would say it's about 10 years ago.
10 years ago?
Yep.
How long have you been getting high here?
I've been getting high for 21 years on heroin. Fentanyl, heroin combined, and on Percocets. So yeah, I started smoking marijuana at the age of 13. I took my first Xanax at the age of 15. I started doing heroin, like I said, when I was 20. But they say weed's a gateway drug. I don't really believe that. I think it is, and I don't think it's hereditary because my parents weren't drug addicts.
Right.
They raised me very well. My mom and dad were together 37 years. They died together. They were still married when they both passed. And I have no family out here. I'm not homeless because I'm a drug addict. I'm a spot welder. I had a good career. I made $17.50 an hour.
Hold on, what are you?
A spot welder.
Spot welder?
Welder.
You know,
you're
a welder. Okay.
Spot welder, yes. And I worked at Adelphia Steel on Common State Road for 6 years. I've always had long-term jobs. I've always had my own house. But when my mom and dad passed, they took my house and the sheriff's sale. Because my dad was gambling a little bit.
But you've always had your addiction as well, right?
Yeah.
Along with these accomplishments.
But I was I guess you could say a functioning addict because I worked, would get high, go to work, come home, get high. I still worked every day. Right. You know?
When did you become unfunctional?
When I started smoking cocaine. That's crack. That's what took me downhill. Not the heroin, not the fentanyl. I mean, I'm pretty sure it would have eventually. Right. You know, but I'm trying to get off now. I get prescribed Suboxone. I don't take them every day, but I do take them occasionally. But I did get a voucher for my housing recently. It should be in there right after New Year's, about 2 weeks after New Year's.
That's great.
And then I'm going to detox myself, and I'm going to get off of it because I don't want to be 68 years old out here shooting heroin, and I don't want my children to have to bury me at an early age. You know what I mean? Because I buried my mom at 52, and it was horrible. You know,
how many kids you got?
2 children. My son Raymond Purcell is an entrepreneur. He has his own clothing line. He has a store at 10th and Gilbert.
Okay. Raymond.
It's called Apostle Clothing Company. He designs everything himself. He's a model. He's half black, half white. He's 6'5". Beautiful, beautiful child. He's an artist. Our son is 20 years old, Eric, and they both graduated high school and college. And I have a 4-year-old grandson.
Raymond and Eric.
Yes.
Yeah, you gotta get back to your old life, you know.
They still speak to me. I still have them in my life, and I was always a good mother. I always took care of my children. I was a single mom. You know, I have 2 different baby dads, of course.
Right.
They're 6 years apart. But I raised them both myself. My mom helped me, and did a really good job.
Right.
Both of my kids graduated high school and college.
That's great. You know it's New Year's. You know it's New Year's Eve. What's your plans for the New Year's in a couple hours?
Well, I'm waiting for my husband to get back. I've been with my husband for 7 years. He just went to go get somewhere. Probably gonna get fucked up and just eat some good food and watch a movie or something at my friend's house.
Okay.
But I would like you to do me a favor.
Right.
After I get clean in a couple weeks, like maybe 4 weeks, and I'm in my house, would you come do another interview with me?
Of course, of course.
So, or maybe, you know, in a couple months or something, because I just want to see that people that you can change.
The transition, yeah. And you can definitely do it.
Yep.
How many attempts have you made at trying to get clean?
The only clean time I've had is in jail, to be honest with you.
Right.
And I do consider it my clean time because you can get drugs in jail. They're very expensive, but you can get them. And I chose not to, so.
That was good. That's good. So, have you used today?
I use every day. I have to. Fentanyl you have to use or you'll get sick.
How many times did you use today?
4.
4 times?
Yep, I shoot cocaine with it.
Now, how often do you feel like you got to use before you get sick?
It depends. Everyone's different. You know, they all hold you different times. Like, one bag might hold you 6 hours, one bag might hold you 8 hours, one might only hold you an hour.
Depending on how strong it is, right?
Yep.
Do you chase the samples out here?
Oh yeah, why wouldn't I? Or within a block radius, why wouldn't I? Mean, if I have like 2 bundles in my pocket, I'm not gonna go get it, but if I only got like 1 or 2 bags, yeah, I mean, why not? It's free.
All right.
And I want to see if it's good. If it's good, that's why they give them out, to see if it's good, how good it is, and then make you come back.
The good stuff makes you nod out, right? Or like fall asleep?
No, I mean, I rarely nod out. Tranquilizer makes you nod out. That's what makes you nod out. That doesn't mean it's good because you're not out. I actually hate it down here because you get robbed when you're not out.
Right. Have you ever had to do dates out here?
No, I don't do dates.
You don't do dates? Right.
That's one thing I don't do. I refuse to because I think I'm worth more money than that. And they're very disrespectful. A lot of my friends do it, and they tell me horror stories, how they get raped, beat up, and get their money stolen back off of them. And they want you to suck their dick for $5, $10. I refuse to do that. And they only want to give you $20 to fuck you. Fuck out of here, dude. I sell works to make more money than that.
Right.
I go to the exchange every day. My husband just got back from the exchange. And then, you know, I just sell the works. And people ask me to cop for them. I make money doing that. I hustle on the blocks, everything.
Selling works is getting the bad needles and exchanging them for good needles.
Right. Everyone you pick up, they give you a clean one for it.
And you take the good needles and you sell them to people who want to use also.
Right. And I also use the fresh one every time I shoot, so I have to have them. So I have new ones for myself.
Right.
You know? Plus, I pick them up for the children, so I don't want the kids to have to see it. So the more I pick up, the less they see. You know?
Maggie.
Yes.
You ever get sick of this lifestyle?
I've been sick of it for the last couple of years, yes. It's just that it's hard for me to get clean out on the street. Now that I got my voucher, I'm definitely going to do it because I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be in my house and have to come out back out here and have to I want to start cooking and have, you know, Christmas trees and have dinners at my house and barbecues and stuff like that. Birthday parties, and I have to worry about this dumb shit. I have it in the back of my mind constantly because I can't do anything unless I'm well. You know? I mean, there's $3 bags, so I refuse to let myself get sick. I'm rarely sick because there's $3 bags. Why would you let yourself get sick when you only need $3 to get well?
Right. Wow. Okay, I like your hoodie.
Thank you.
I see your husband. He came to pick you up in the background.
Yeah. I'm making him push me around in a wheelchair because he told me yesterday, I didn't see him for 2 days. He told me he was in a hospital. He broke his foot, and then he got up and walked away when he was hiding. So I guess he forgot. So now he has to push me around for a week.
Oh, that's crazy.
But he don't mind. He would push me around even if he didn't do that.
Right. How do you guys survive out here? Like, so where do you guys sleep at?
Well, I don't really want to disclose that because I have to hide to sleep, or I get robbed, or somebody tries to rape me, or whatever. You know, it's. So I don't really want to tell anybody where I sleep, to be honest with you. But you know, you can respect that, right?
Yeah. By that question, I meant like, how do you guys like sleep? Like, in a tent or? Sometimes at a friend's house. Sometimes on the train. You know, wherever we can, basically. But we have a good hiding spot now, like a good cooking spot. I was in a bando for 9 months. Was in a bando for 9 months?
Yep. Nobody came there. Nobody knew where it was. Nothing.
Right. Have you ever tried to go to prevention point or?
I go to prevention. That's where I get the work set.
Okay.
Also,
that just enables you.
I go there because I get the free HIV testing because I'm negative and I want to stay that way. I take PrEP. It guarantees you won't get it. It's 99.99% proof that you won't get HIV. You know. So.
What will you tell a young person out here ripping and running the streets just now starting to use?
A good friend of mine just came out here. He's 22, and I feel really bad. I tell him to stop now. He did get off dope, but he still does meth, and I want him to stop. I trying to talk him into going to rehab. I would tell him it's not a good life. That if I could go back and start over and not do drugs, I would. I mean, I have no regrets other than that.
After you get clean, how do you see yourself, still managing to stay clean?
It's all about staying positive, staying busy, and just having good support in your life. As long as you do that and just remember everything that you've been through, don't ever forget where you came from, then you'll get through it.
I love it, Maggie.
You can only live your life. Life is what you make it, and if you choose to do something, you choose to do it. If you don't choose to do it, you won't. When they say just say no, if you don't pick up, you won't use.
Right. Maggie, I like how you told me earlier about the other video, doing another interview with me.
Yeah, I definitely want to do that. Maybe in like a month or a couple months or something, we'll do it. Like when I'm clean and I got my weight up and everything,
Right. One trait I can say about you possess, I can see it. I can see it in your eyes. Self-discipline.
Yeah.
Once you get that under control, I can see you already got it, but once you get that under control,
thank you.
It's off to a clean life, to a good start, clean start, clean slate. All right, I'm praying for you and your husband.
Please do.
Right. All time media be praying for you.
Thank you. And have a happy new year.
Join All Time Media's Patreon for exclusive content and behind the scenes content and face-to-face live video chat. Thank you guys. The link is in the description below.